Here to be discovered. Travel and escapism on Channel 5. Sponsored by MSC Cruises. Welcome to Weekends Away with me, Jane McDonald.
Hey, Jane McDonald!
We've cruised the world together over the last few years, but this time I want to show you some hotspot destinations for a short break away. This is very impressive. I'll help you choose your perfect break from a city stay in the sun. Oh, wow! Look at this! To a romantic getaway on a Mediterranean island. Paradise Beach. It does look it. Or a staycation in the UK. Oh, thank you. Sit back, relax, and let's go on a mini break. Wow. This time, two dramatically different cities with the same name. First up, a fun-packed couple of days right on my doorstep with a weekend in York. Oh, Jane, that's lovely. Oh, don't you look sweet? Then from York to its namesake 3,000 miles across the Atlantic. So good they named it twice. I'm off for a weekend in the city that never sleeps.
Yeah!
Very impressive.
Jane McDonald!
I've come home and I'm in Yorkshire. After all my travels round the world, I'm back by myself for a weekend in York. Surrounded by spectacular hills and countryside in the west and stunning coastline in the east. There's so much to do here in Yorkshire. And while it may be my home, it's also the perfect place for a weekend break. I'm travelling to the ancient cathedral city of York, one of the most popular tourist magnets. The great thing about York is that everything in the main city centre is accessible by foot. From York Minster Cathedral down to the medieval shopping area in the Shambles. It's all easy walking distances, and there are hotels all over the city. I'm staying close to York Railway and 5 minutes from the shops and restaurants in a listed building that used to be the headquarters of the North Eastern Railway. It's time to get out and about. I cannot tell you how excited I am to be home here in Yorkshire. This trip is a bit of a cultural crusade for me as I discover some of the ancient history of the city and the ghostly goings-on. I'll be finding out about the different generations who lived here, from the Vikings to the Romans, who built the city walls that still stand today. Now this wall is 2 miles long, and it takes you 2 hours to walk it. And there's actually somebody who's got a job where he comes and locks the gates every night, and it takes him an hour to do it. I hope he don't forget his keys. I've arrived in January, a quiet month for tourists, but still busy compared to a lot of other cities. But then this place is used to having visitors. In fact, they've been coming for thousands of years. Now this is the River Ouse, and on the other side of York is the River Foss. And when the Romans settled, they settled here in York for a reason. It was because the two rivers were either side and went into a point like that. So they only had to defend one side. They weren't daft, you know, them Romans. For me, the centre of York is like a magnet. Everything is close to hand, and you never know who you might bump into. You know, every single high street looks the same everywhere in the world now, but not here in York, because it's filled with all these little independent shops. Next stop, the most famous street in the city, the Shambles. This is meant to be one of the best preserved medieval streets in the world. And this all used to be butcher's shops, 25 of them. And all the meat used to stay on here. And all the hooks which are still there is where the meat used to happen. This is such an atmospheric place. You could wander around for hours. Remember though that many of the streets are cobbled, so comfy shoes are advised. Hats are a good idea too, especially if you fancy nipping off to York races. Oh, Jane, that's lovely. Oh, don't you look sweet? Sweet is not the word I would have mentioned. Oh. Must admit, I've never been much of a hat wearer, but seeing all these designs, I could get into it. Oh, what's that? we're in a cloud. How fabulous is this? Time for a brew, and I know just the place to go. Oh, the smell in here. I'm just in paradise. A well-known Yorkshire institution with tea rooms across the country. And there's this one right here in the centre of town. Look, we've got salted caramel walnut tart. Now this, Yorkshire pikelet. Now what this is a crumpet just bashed down a bit more. Tastes exactly the same as a crumpet, but it's flat. This is called a fat rascal. It's served warm with butter. It's just like a big scone, but it's got candied peel in it, got almonds in it, cherries, and it is delicious. Mmm. Oh, thank you. Afternoon tea is my absolute favourite. And it's just something that we've been brought up with because right in the 1800s, someone thought, I'm hungry. I'm hungry about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And it is a long time from lunch till 8 o'clock for the posh people who eat dinner at 8. So this is how it all started. I've managed to beat the crowd because I'm here quite early. So that's my top